Hi Virgo, welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and your you and your love life. All right, see who comes through. It's supposed to be for the new person, but I can't guarantee that your twin's not going to come through because they still come through in my readings. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Virgo, overall energy for this week's reading is the Knight of Swords. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. With this Knight of Swords, this is talking about, remember, as I've told you before in the past, the Knight can mean two different things, okay? So I feel like for you, this is talking about you leaving the connection with the twin, right? Leaving. But for the twin, it's them, trying to come back in, and we're focusing on the new person. All right. So with the new person, this is someone new coming in out of nowhere. Okay. This person's going to come in when you least expect it. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is talking about you standing in your independent energy, being in your independent era, where you're able to take care of yourself and come from a place of independence, come from a place of power, and make your decisions from that place. That's what Spirit wants you to do, because that's when you make the best decisions. Okay. All right. It's kind of like how they say, what is it I'm trying to figure out how to put this the right way. Like how they tell you don't make decisions when you're angry, right? You don't make decisions when you're angry because you make a lot of impulsive decisions, right? Sometimes that's this energy, the Knight of Swords energy, right? And then when you calm down and you look at things from a different frame of mind, you're like, oh God, what did I do? I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited until I calmed down. So I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. Stand in your power and choose who you want to be with from that place, so that you make sound decisions and you're able to look at the entire picture and know what's going on. Okay. Then we've got the Queen of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When this card shows up for me, it is Scorpio. So you may have Scorpio placement, your person may have, okay, or you both could be. Both could have. With the Queen of Cups, this is talking about having a lot of love. I feel like the new person coming in is going to have a lot of love for you. I also feel like this is a double message for you, Virgo, saying that you need to make sure that you keep your heart open when it comes to love, okay? Because you went through a lot of stuff with this twin, okay? You walked away from them with the Eight of Cups, okay? They breadcrumbed you, left you out in the cold, did all this crap, and so now they're wanting to make amends. But I feel like you're going to keep walking with this Eight of Cups. You're headed towards your Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment, and then you're trying to get to the 10, which is that happy family, the love, all of those things with this new person that's coming in. Okay. Then we've got the Four of Cups here. This was a missed opportunity between you and the twin. Okay. And I feel like they're trying to come back and have a second chance. But I don't think for a lot of you, you're wanting to do that, because you're sitting in the Nine of Wands energy. Okay. The wounded warrior. And I think you feel like, you've had it up to here with this person. And I feel like you don't want to deal with their antics anymore. All right. So we are going to start by clarifying this Knight of Swords. Yeah, see that that twin sat there all that time and didn't say anything to you, and now they're going to try to walk in and want to say something at the 11th hour when you're moving on with someone else. Okay. All right. Okay, so the card we have to clarify the Knight of Swords is conclusion. So I feel like this is Spirit just clarifying that for you, you've had enough of this relationship with this person. You're not wanting to be with them anymore. You're done with them. All right. Let me get one more card here. Knight of Swords. Ooh. Yeah. See, this person is this is talking about the twin. This person is codependent. This is somebody who's obsessive, okay? And, you know, they want to possess and control you, okay? They're emotionally blocked, all right? All they do is focus on things logically. They sit up and think about ways. They watch you and think about ways. The reason why they watch you, let's talk about this. The reason why they watch you is because they're trying to get the upper hand. They're trying to figure out how they can get back into your life and dominate you, because they feel like when the two of you were together for however long that was, you know, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 years, however long it was, I feel like, you know, they felt like they had the upper hand, whether they did or they didn't. They felt like they did, okay, because they knew how you felt, okay, they know how they feel, but they kept you in the dark and you didn't know anything, okay? All right, so the first card we're going to take a look at represents the situation. So we've got the Six of Wands here. This talks about recognition, all right, being in the spotlight. Okay, you could be like getting a promotion or some type of glow up in when it comes to your career. This could also represent you being in a place right now where you're about to have your dream lover come into your life. That's another reason why this Knight of Swords is showing up, because remember I told you they're going to come in out of nowhere, okay? Let's clarify. Okay, so this is going to be a situation where you and this person, you and this new person are going to compromise with each other, okay? This is talking about in the areas where you don't see eye to eye, okay? But I feel like for the majority of you, most of the things with you and this person, you think a lot alike. I feel like you have a lot of like very similar hobbies, things that you like to do together. You think a lot alike. You have a lot of the same morals and values, but the places where you don't see eye to eye, I feel like that's where the compromise comes in. All right. We've got the Solitude card here. This is talking about, I feel like both you and the new person that you've sat down, taken the time to think about what it is you really want out of a relationship. And I feel like that's why this compromise card is showing up as well. Okay. All right. So the second card we're going to take a look at represents the challenge in the connection. So we've got the Hermit card here. This is your energy. Okay. It could represent the older person in the connection. I feel like it is talking about you, whether you're older or not. It is talking about you moving through this situation, going into your hermit mode, right? Having that solitude, contemplating, thinking a lot about what happened, learning from the situation, taking those lessons from that and moving forward. Okay, let's clarify. Hermit. Okay, so we've got the fall here. So you may be coming out of hermit mode in the fall, which is pretty much right now. So maybe by the end of the mid or the end of fall, you'll be done with your hermit mode. But you got to make sure you're healing. Make sure all the triggers that this twin set off, you're healing those things so that you don't bring that residue from that last connection into the new connection. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the guidance from spirit. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The sun is in the card too. So spirit is saying to have patience, okay? This is about reevaluating, I feel like, all areas of your life, not just your love life, because when you have these changes occur in your life and you have this new person come into your life, they're going to affect all areas of your life, your career, you know, other relationships, all of these things. It's not going to just be the relationship between you and them, okay? I also feel like they're going to help you to heal and help you to move away from the connection you had with the twin. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. But spirit is saying, you know, you got to be patient because things take time. Okay. So we've got the Crossroads card here. This is talking about, you know, you having to make a decision, right? So that's where the reevaluation comes in. You need to really think about what each person is offering you. Because like I told you, the twin is going to come back and they are going to want to try again with you. And I know a lot of you, you know, you like, no, not trying to hear, but spirit wants you to listen to what this person is saying, not so you can say, yeah, okay, let me finish. They want you to listen to what this person is saying show compassion. And I know y'all are like, why the hell should I show compassion? Because this person didn't show compassion to me. I know that. But tit for tat, it just, let me tell you, when you tit for tat, it just keeps going, keeps escalating, keeps escalating, and nothing good ever comes from it. You got to show this person that, you are on a higher level than them. Okay. You have leveled up and glowed up more than they have, because you've been at this way longer than they have. Okay. And that's why I think it's so crazy that they come in acting like they think they're better than you, when deep down inside they have like all these self-worth issues. And I told you, they lay in bed at night and question Virgo, why does Virgo want to be with me? Because they don't even love themselves. So how are they going to be able to accept your love, or how are they going to be able to understand why you have feelings for them? Okay. So you're going to sit at this you're sitting at this crossroads. This person is going to come back. Okay. And they're going to come back more than likely after you've chosen to be with the new person, like maybe the same day or the day after the two of you commit to each other. Okay. When this happens, Spirit is wanting you to listen to what this person has to say, not because of them. It's because of you, Virgo, because this is about you closing the door completely. Okay. So this is for you to get your closure, because I always advocate doing your own closure, right? So that whether this person comes back or not, you've gotten your closure and can move on. But in this case, in this twin flame situation, Spirit is wanting you to listen to what this person has to say, and then for you to make your choice. And their recommendation for you is to choose the new person and not the old person, because the new person is all about you, and that's what you want. You want someone who's going to put you on that pedestal, someone who's going to prioritize your needs and the relationship above all else, because I feel like you've been getting the reverse, the opposite in the past. People that put everything in front of you except for you. Okay. Except for you and the relationship. So this is about you making the choice and also showing the compassion, because you don't want to turn the karma back on yourself. And showing a little compassion is not going to kill you. I know you don't want to do it. When I first heard that and they were telling me to do that, I was like, I don't want to do that. Why I need to do that or whatever? But this is about you doing things the right way. Okay. Because you're trying to move on with somebody else. You want to be happy. You don't want to reap any of this person's karma. Okay. Because the only reason they're coming back in is because they feel you moving on. All right. They still got feelings for you. They don't understand why, how the hell, you have the audacity to move on without them. Okay. And why you not hurting and you not, sitting in the same type of energy they're sitting in. But what they don't realize is this is their karma for messing with you like they did. Okay. So that's why Spirit is telling you all of these things. Okay. Because this person, it's their karma to get rejected by you, like like they rejected you. Okay. Like they rejected you in the beginning. That's what this is about. Okay. But it's also about you moving through things the proper way, because if you close it out the right way, you don't ever have to look back and question and wonder if you did the right thing, or so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So card number 4, we're going to take a look at, represents the focus. So we've got Judgment. This is Scorpio energy. Spirit is talking about, having second chances. This can also speak of like you focusing on not trying to judge this person, even though what they did was crazy. I'm not saying what they did was right, but being the bigger person has a lot to do with how you handle people who mistreat you. Okay. And so I feel like this is also part of the lesson. Okay. You got to think about, because we all step wrong. We all do wrong things. Okay. At the end of the day. And you got to think about, if it was you that did all this stuff, I know you wouldn't do it. I know you're sitting back saying you wouldn't do it. But when you step wrong, you got to think about the type of grace you want somebody else to give you. Okay. Because whatever way you treat this person, you're going to set whatever karma that comes from that, you're going to set it in motion for yourself. And we're trying to prevent that, because the person already hurt your feelings. They already dragged you. They already, breadcrumbed you, abused you, did all this stuff. So don't set something up to reap something that they're supposed to get because that's the purpose of you healing. Because when you heal, you won't want to do it. You won't even care about the person like that. Because that's what I tell everybody. I'm at the point in my life to where I wish the person the best. I wish them the best. I don't wish anything bad on them. But it's a situation where they always talk about love and hate, and hate is not the opposite of love. It's indifference. And that's the energy I'm sitting in now, is indifference, because I've healed what I needed to heal. And I don't, what went down. I thank them for the lesson, the things that they taught me, because I went through all of that. I am now about to step into a beautiful relationship with a beautiful man. So when I think about all that, it just makes me want to put down the gun, wave the white flag. I don't care, because I got something else going on. Okay. This afforded me a chance to have what I've always wanted to have. So you got to look at it like that, Virgo. You got to look at it like that, and just, do what you need to do and just move on. Okay. So you can have that closure for yourself, because a big part of closure is how you handle things. Okay. Because if it turns into some type of screaming match, or you're going at it with this person, so on and so forth, you're not really going to get closure, because then that shows you're still angry. And so if you're not wanting to show compassion, or to just do it because you just want to be done with it, and to just handle the situation in the proper way, if you're not wanting to do that, that means you still have some healing to do, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay. Like I said, I'm not in no way taking up for this person. I'm trying to stop you from dealing with unnecessary karma, because you already got hurt. Why do you want to reap something else and have something else happen to you because of this person? Because a lot of things have already happened to you because of this person. Okay. All right. So the card that we have to clarify is admired. This is the new person. I feel like the new person is devoted to you. They really admire you. And I feel like how you handle this is going to add to that admiration. Okay. So you got to think about that too. All right. Because the person that you're coming into a new relationship with, this person is healed. This person is balanced. They've been through something similar. Like I said, not necessarily a twin flame connection, but they've been through something with someone where they had somebody mistreat them and do them wrong, just like you. And so they're going to understand where you're coming from. Okay. And the amount of healing you do, that's going to be telling to how you treat this person. Okay. Because like I said, once you heal it fully, you'll feel free. You'll feel like you can just let this person go, the old person go, and just be like, that was a damn mess. I learned what I had to learn, and I'm moving on. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the outcome, there you go. King of Wands. This is your person. Fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Like I said, you got bigger fish to fry, Virgo. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. You got this hunk of burning love, or change it. If you're a male watching my channel, change it to suit you. This is a woman. Okay. A hunk of burning female here. Okay. But you got somebody coming towards you who is very attractive. This person has a lot of options. Okay. They may be in the spotlight some type of way as well, because we had the Six of Wands show up, and it could be one or the both of you in the spotlight. This is your dream lover. Okay. And so if you had to go through some hell with the gasoline drawers on in order to get to this person, it's worth it. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. This is worth it, because this is going to be someone who will end up being your life partner if that's what you choose. Someone who is going to commit to the connection. They've already committed to the connection. Okay. Because for a lot of you, this person is already in love with you. And so you want to have this. I feel like this is what you deserve. But in order for you to do it, it's like you gotta, nothing comes for free. You gotta maneuver a certain way. Spirit is telling you what you need to do. And so you got to think about that. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Because this is going to be somebody very protective. They going to have your damn back. That's why I said that twin better sit their asses down, because this new person is not about somebody playing around with you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This person is everything you could ever want in a relationship. I'm not saying that they don't have flaws like everybody else. Okay. and that they'll never step wrong. But the two of you will have a meeting of the minds. Like I said, you'll think a lot of alike. This person will have a lot of, compassion and caring and love for you, and it's what you deserve, right? So Spirit is telling you to focus on your self-worth, okay? Because this is about, at the end of the day, how you treat other people is very telling of how you feel about yourself. Because it's like, I'm not going to get, it's the energy, I'm not going to get down and dirty with you because I'm above that type of thing. Not that you feel like you better than this person, although some of you may feel like that. It's not about that. It's about you loving yourself and having respect enough for yourself to not go there. Because think about it, you get upset, you get angry, you get all this way. Like I said, it's very telling that you haven't healed. Okay. It's also about how you end up feeling. Because when you get angry, your blood pressure, gets up. They say it's like all these things happen to your body when you get upset. So you got to think about that. This person is not worth all of that. Okay. They did what they did. And I feel like they got their pound of flesh. Don't give them any more is what I feel like Spirit is trying to say. Okay. So this is about you loving yourself, because the more you love yourself, the more this King of Wands or Queen of Wands is going to love on you. Okay. All right. Because like I said, this person can be with anybody they want to be with, Virgo, and they want to be with you. Okay. So like I said, this is a reward. This is someone who is like, what they say, A1, how they say A1 credit. This is an A1 person that's wanting to be with you. And I'm not saying you're not A1 too, because you got to be a mirror reflection for this person to come in and the two of you to be together. But you want to carry yourself in, you're A1 and you want to carry yourself like that, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some message from the new person. I was going to use a different deck, but in all the readings that I've done so far, when I try to use this other deck, the twin keeps coming out. So I'm going to use the soulmate messages deck again. I'm going to get another deck, because the twin won't. They just keep trying to say stuff because they know you don't want to be bothered with them again. Oh, let me say this. There was a video that I put up yesterday that's talking about this twin. You want to be careful with this twin, because mine, I found out, has been, when I go to sleep at night, remember I tell y'all, this person lays in bed at night, and this is when they think about you. They do whatever they can to numb themselves throughout the day, and then at night, when it's time to go to bed, I'm pointing at my bed. when they want to go to bed, they're laying in the bed thinking about you, thinking about, like I told you, why you love them, all these things, plotting, thinking about what they can do to try to get you back. This person, my old twin, has been siphoning my energy at night. Okay. And the way I know this has been happening is because I'm waking up in the middle of the night. I don't get a full night's restful sleep. I'm tossing and turning at night. I'm having weird, funky dreams, all these things. And Spirit is letting me know that this person is latching on because they feel me moving on. They feel my energy moving towards the new person. And now they're getting desperate, they're panicking, and they're trying to latch onto my energy. So I'm letting y'all know this, because if this is happening to you, if you feel like this, you feel like you're not getting your rest, you feel like you're dragging during the day, all this type of stuff, it may be happening to you. So what Spirit is saying is that every morning when you get up, you need to cut cords. You need to cut the cords. And the cords I'm talking about, these are cords that anybody can latch on to you. The other cords that I talk about that can't be cut, that I say can only be cut by God and your spiritual team, those cords are like soul contract cords. Those are different cords. These cords I'm talking about are like anybody that's come into your life that you've had some type of relationship with, that people that aren't there in your life anymore, those are somebody that you need to cut cords to, because these people can still be siphoning your energy and you don't know. But it's the twin that's doing it, because they're trying to hang on to you because they feel you fading away, and they still have feelings for you, and they're wondering why the hell you don't have feelings for them. But like, as I just said earlier, it's because that's part of their karma, is for you to move on and not be caring about the situation anymore, and for them to be sitting and hurting just like you did. Okay. It's like everything that you went through, they're going through it now. That's why I tell y'all, don't be trying to get revenge, because like I told you, when Spirit get it, when that karma hits them, it is worse than anything you could ever do to them. Worse than anything. Because like I said, think about it. Just like think about how you hurt and this person was walking away from you or out in the streets dealing with other male, other females or other women, if it was a guy or whatever, and doing all this kind of crap, and how you felt lonely and alone and you hurting and you got to go through all this stuff by yourself. The same thing is happening to them now, and they see you moving on, they feel you moving out of their energy, and they don't know what to do. And so they're freaking out and flipping out and trying to maintain that attachment any kind of way they can. So like I said, when you wake up, cut the cords. Also, before you go to sleep, if you have sage or Palo Santo or something like that, you want to, clear out your room, clear out your energy, and you want to, imagine a white light around you. Ground yourself before you go to sleep, and make sure you let your spiritual team know you don't want anybody coming into your energy while you're asleep. You're not giving anybody permission to be in your energy, because like I said, this person is trying to be sneaky and do whatever they can. Okay. All right. So let's get to the messages from your new person. So we've got, wow. So this is what real love feels like. Okay. So like I said, this person, they're already in love with you. They're already there. That's what I like about it, is it ain't you still going to have to get to know each other. I'm not saying that that's not part of it, but it's like you get to skip all that awkward phase where you're not sure how they feel, they're not sure how you feel. You both already got feelings for each other. Okay. Then we've got, your honesty and vulnerability scares me and allures me at the same time. Okay. We got a lot of messages from them. I never believed in soulmates, but then I met you. Okay. Then we've got, your voice has a therapeutic effect on me. I could listen to you for hours. So this is going to be somebody, you and them are going to, depending on where they are, where you are, because this could be a long distance relationship for some of you, even if it's not, I feel like, you and this person are going to have a lot of long conversations with each other and really pour your hearts out to each other, because this person, I feel like, is going to feel very familiar to you. They're going to feel like home. You're going to want to open up to them. Okay. But like I said, this person's going to meet you where you are. And if you're still hurting or still trying to get over the old person, this new person is going to be okay with that. Okay. They're going to be willing to go at your pace. All right. Then we've got, I'm so proud of everything you do. Okay. Like I said, this is not just about, lust and sex and all this. It's a lot of love involved in this too. Like, there's nothing wrong with lust. There's nothing wrong with sex, but I feel like that's all the twin was about. Even though they had feelings for you and they loved you, they denied those. And they were all about just wanting to get whatever the attention and, you and the control and, wanting to keep you stuck there so they could come in and out as they please. Okay. Then we've got, see, I love our deep conversations. They open up my mind. Okay. So this is going to be somebody where you tell them something and then months down the line, they're going to mention it and you're going to be like, how in the hell did you remember that? But this person is like an active listener. They really listen to everything that you say. Okay. They admire you and are devoted to you and care about you so much, to everything that comes out of your mouth is like a nugget of gold for them. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit before I let you go. Okay. Okay, so we've got true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Okay, so this is going to be unconditional love. This person is going to love you if your hair's standing up on your head, if you don't have no hair, if you're sick, if you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day, whatever's going on, this person is going to love you. It's not going to be any shallow love or, if you're big or small, if you're short or tall, no matter what is going on with you, this person is always going to love you, and you're going to feel the same way about them. Okay. Then we've got abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Okay. Last card, denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. Okay. All right. Virgo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo.